Hello everybody, such a warmonger here, and you're watching 4 vs 3 Battleground 1250. This is a 2-to-8 player map, and today we've got 7 players. You might be wondering, how is 4 vs 3 fair? Well, in 5 minutes when the AI player leaves, and this is player 7, yellow, the AI player. When he leaves, his population gets distributed evenly among the remaining teammates. And the gold gets distributed evenly among the remaining teammates. So basically, that makes it fair. It's basically 4 brains and 4 sets of fingers versus 3 brains and 3 sets of fingers. Also, when you're in a battle and units die, whatever unit dies on your enemy team, their gold gets evenly distributed among your teammates. So once again, that makes it fair and able to have a kind of like a match like this. Now you are in for a treat, because I do remember this. There were like multiple epic battles in this game. It's a longer one, around 40 something minutes, but I hope you stick around, because the battles here were pretty damn good, pretty epic. Anyway, let's introduce the players. Over on the West team in green, we've got myself, such a warmonger, playing as the Sicilians. Dominic in cyan, playing as the Britons. No Pants Day in blue, playing as the Franks. And Dude Bro in purple, playing as the Teutons. On the East team, we've got Hyder XV in red, playing as the Sicilians. Tactical Doll TMP in orange, playing as the Britons. And Highlander Ghost in gray, playing as the Italians. So, Outremer is in turmoil, or Outremer, I don't know how you say it actually. The Crusader states are fighting against each other. And we've got a Crusader Civil War. We got the Kingdom of Sicily here. We've got the Earldom of Cornwall. We've got the Republic of Siena versus the Margraviate of Brandenburg, the County of Champagne, the Kingdom of Gwynedd, and the Principality of Antioch. Okay, so you can see the East team controls more points than the West team at this moment, and so the every 30 seconds the morale is just going down and going down and going down. And so that's why the West team's morale is at 90%. And yeah, it's gonna keep going down until the West team is able to recapture points. Now Highlander Ghost is... oh my god. Dominic almost did a charge to assassinate Provenzano Salvani, but he was able to escape. So the East team is really doing well on their capture points. So the more watchtowers you own on your team, the more morale damage you inflict every 30 seconds. And that's real life seconds, not in-game seconds. So it's a pretty slow bleed, but it can stack up over time. You can see that it's stacked up so much that there's only 84% morale left on the West team. We've got some skirmishing going on between the two. We've got No Pants Day with his peasant archers. Not very good, but good enough. Versus Tactical Doll TMP and his longbowmen. So these guys are armor tearing, kind of like ranged obuks, so they're very good. Highlander Ghost is holding on to this southern area with his shields deployed, which means these Pavis crossbowmen can actually block 4 range attacks, just like Shrivansha riders can. So it's the same thing. So here I am pushing forward to try to capture the center point and see what's out there. I do, but then I quickly realize that I'm surrounded by longbowmen, and if I stick around, all of my guys are just gonna die instantly. Now, Dude Bro's men are not in spread formation, and so he's in danger of just getting slaughtered. By the way, my men are getting slaughtered here. All of that longbow fire is pretty horrendous for our men. So now we're all the way down to 74% morale. But you got TMP with some juicy shots against Dude Bro's archers. And also, it looks like Hyder XV is getting prepared to make a massive flank, as well as TMP with his general's bodyguard. You got Richard of Cornwall trying to go for the archers. Oh, look, you need to use spread formation. Anybody who's going to play, make sure you use spread formation. You got to be careful. Because, you know, it really does help with these battles, these ranged battles. I mean... Oh. But here comes a massive flank. Purple's general has fallen. I don't even know where that happened. Okay. Now, these Teutonic Knights are good, but they are surrounded, so they're gonna die. So Hyder XV is pulling off like a wonderful flank here, killing a lot of Dude Bro's important units, a lot of irreplaceable knights, and a lot of peasant archers. These guys have minimum range, and if they're not supported, they will like die easily. Here, we're still pushing over here. I find a I actually charge into these sergeants. I noticed that they are medium infantry, but our medium cavalry with charging should be able to cut them down, and we are able to do that. I noticed that they were spread thin, so I just charged into them. Meanwhile, you got Dominic with his medium infantry trying to push forward. He is able to capture the center point, but No Pants Day and his minimum range archers are getting cut down by Tactical Doll TMP's own medium infantry, the sergeants. So all of these sergeants are unsupported, so we're trying to help them. No Pants Day with his heavy cavalry, and me and my medium and heavy cavalry trying to cut into TMP's general's bodyguard. Richard of Cornwall is retreating, but the damage is done. The battle is going decisively in the Eastern team's favor. Here, I'm able to catch a few Pavese crossbowmen off guard with my light cavalry here. These Pavese crossbowmen are worth more, so we do gain some morale back. You can see that they lost 12% morale just from that little bit of fighting. So we did gain some morale back. These guys are also worth more, so if we're able to pick up any medium infantry, that's good for us. Meanwhile, you got Hyder XV trying to take over the northwest. These guys, it's going to be a slow retreat, so he can make a decision. Dubro can just fully retreat and try to conserve, or fight back and take down as many heavy cavalry as he can with him. If he sends these reinforcements over, maybe he can do a good job, but he decides to disengage. Meanwhile, here I am trying to attack these longbowmen, riding into them, but then I decide I should probably just pull back. Now Highlander Ghost is pushing in with his own Hospitaller Knights. They are going to slaughter Dominic. Oh my god, my general has fallen. So Highland TMP was able to snipe him with longbowmen. But yeah, Dominic is going to pull back. He knows he can't beat these Hospitaller Knights. They can block melee attacks. They are the best infantry in the game, as long as they're not getting shot down by range units. Meanwhile, we're going to have a spear battle over here on the east side. Spears versus spears, it's basically who has more. That's who's going to determine who's going to win. But yeah, a lot of these medium infantry from Dominic were getting cut down, but he gets some reinforcements from No Pants Day. These heavy cavalry will beat these guys, but only barely. Meanwhile, I do find some medium infantry cut out in the field. They're getting destroyed by my medium and heavy cavalry. So this is lucky for me. TMP just has these guys unsupported. And in low numbers, so that's why I'm gonna be able to cut them down. All right, let's see. So woodcutters here. Dude Bro is able to regain the northwest side, but Hyder is running around with his heavy cavalry. Galvan of Sicily is trying to find where we're cutting wood, and just see if they can disrupt the woodcutters, and that'll actually help and make sure that buying arrows and buying crossbows is more difficult than it needs to be. It looks like the spear battle is still raging over here, but now light infantry swordsmen are gonna join the fight, and that's going to unless they're supported, that's gonna put it in their favor, because in open field battles, swordsmen are better than spearmen. But we've got TMP coming back with his longbowmen. And now, No Pants Day is not in spread formation, so if he doesn't move, these Turcopoles are gonna get slaughtered. And you can see that. Those were big, huge shots. And now my spearmen are getting surrounded. They're gonna get destroyed. No Pants Day should probably pull back and cut his losses. He is deciding to fight back and kill some longbowmen. They do. These archers are free. These Turcopoles cost gold. And these longbowmen do cost gold as well. Now, Teobaldo II of No Pants Day of Champagne should probably pull back. Unless he gets surrounded and killed, he should probably keep his general alive. Meanwhile, here I am trying to raid the northeast point. I catch a lot of villagers off guard. In fact, we all do, Dude Bro included. And we've got a line. A lot of medium infantry from TMP trying to push these light infantry away. Dude Bro knows better than to fight that. He needs the support of his heavy knights. And now he's turning around and fighting back. Good move on his part. Now, the Eastern Front is stabilizing over here, and they pushed us west. We've got Galvan, Hyder, XV supporting what's over here. So the Eastern team is actually anchoring right over here to make sure that they can control the center point. I'm trying to come back and fight. Although it's medium cavalry versus heavy, so I kind of decide I should pull back. Meanwhile, Dude Bro is pushing TMP's forces away, and he is deciding to pull back and wait, maybe consolidate with Hyder XV and his forces and his medium infantry. These sergeants are also medium infantry, and now we've got to fight. Now I'm looking for targets of opportunity, light infantry, medium infantry, or archers, and I do spot them. And I make a charge. You can see it right there with their plus 30 attack for the heavy cavalry. You know, all of this charging does well. Unfortunately, there are spearmen mixed in, so I am gonna start losing units if I hang around. Cavalry can't really hang around. They can charge and then pull back, but if I stick around, I'm probably gonna lose a lot. So I do decide to pull back, but I do lose a lot of medium infantry in this engagement. So that's unfortunate for me. Although I did, we're kind of, you know, the Eastern team does have a little bit of morale advantage. Not too bad, but it's getting bigger. The morale advantage is getting bigger. But Dude Bro and his Teutonic Knights mixed in with the swordsmen and spearmen are making short work of Hyder's forces. At least most of his swordsmen. But Hyder has a lot of infantry sergeants here, medium infantry in the mix, which are doing good work for him. Alright. Meanwhile, No Pants Day is trying his best to harass Highlander Ghost and his crossbowmen. But he's not going to do well. These are basically a hard counter to horse archers because of the fact that they can block shots when their shields are deployed. You can see how many dead Turcopoles are right there. He should harass weaker and easier targets. So then we do pull back. We are bloodied and beaten, and we need to regroup. If you watch the previous the video in the YouTube list, you're gonna see how we communicate as a team. But right now, the morale advantage is decisively in the East team's favor. So right now, both sides are deciding to muster and regather their armies. You can see the populations. You can see over here the population right there. So Highlander Ghost, Hyder, and Tactical Doll TMP are basically at max population. They're trying to get their forces mustered and reconstituted into one big fist, and then attack again. But we're trying to do the same on our side. You got No Pants Day. Not on the right reinforcement queue. His command tents are on cooldown, and I'm still trying to reinforce with mostly medium infantry this time because I can't afford the cavalry. My cavalry force has been decimated, and I have to kind of do what Hyder's doing, which is use mainly medium infantry. Now, our morale is ticking. It's a ticking time bomb. So let's look. Let's do a count. So the East team has 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 points to our 1, 2, 3. So every 30 seconds, our morale is going down slowly. Plus, if we keep losing random swordsmen here and there, I think Dude Bro might have had these on attack stance by accident. That's why they're just kind of going out for no reason. So we're just losing more and more and more and more morale for nothing, really. TMP is being sneaky. He's building some mangonels to try to do some scorched earth tactics. He is attacking. By the way, if you destroy a point, that really does go away. So you can turn a 4-3 point advantage to a 4-2, which means instead of 1 morale damage every 30 seconds, it's going to be 2 morale damage every 30 seconds. And that's what TMP likes to do. If you look at my YouTube channel, you're going to see some Scorched Earth videos. If you see Scorched Earth, it can only mean one thing. It's TMP trying to destroy some points. This is his favorite thing to do. We do realize, guys, we kind of have no time here. We're at 20% morale. If we don't go now, we are just going to lose the battle outright. And so we are set up for a huge engagement. Dominic taking the high ground. He's pushing in with his medium infantry. No Pants Day with his heavy cavalry, trying to find some easy targets. Hyder is trying to hold the line with his medium infantry, mix in with some light infantry. Highlander Ghost kind of not doing anything, not really fighting. Just a spearman fight down here in the south. You got No Pants Day trying to find some soft targets, scaring away TMP from using his archers. He might lose. Oh wow, how did his general die? Okay, this guy, guys, this is a big battle. You got the medium and heavy and light cavalry trying to fight over here in the north. You've got a lot of elite infantry versus elite infantry and medium infantry just fighting over here in the center. Meanwhile, Highlander Ghost is trying to decide where am I supposed to put my Beast Crossbow when there's danger everywhere. You've got No Pants Day with his cavalry in the mix, causing a lot of havoc. Meanwhile, Dominic is pushing in with his heavy cavalry and spearmen from the south and medium infantry as well. It looks like the eastern army is melting away. The west team in the do or die situation, pushing with that big flank from Dominic. It's working out for the west team. The east team's army was just outmaneuvered over here, and now there's a lot of random units just being picked off. That was a big battle, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. And now the advantage has swung to the west team's favor. Now there is still some skirmishing going on from the TMP's longbowmen, but yeah, that was pretty epic. Now it's just mop up. If you can notice that TMP's bodyguard has been reduced to just 4 heavy cavalry, 4 Templar Knights. They are trying to pick off one of mine, and they do. So I kind of like don't have any more heavy cavalry as well. Now they are taking down some stray units. So we got a little bit of an engagement here, but I do notice that, and I pull back towards the center. I don't want to lose the advantage. We need to remuster, call our unit reinforcements again, and then set up for another fight. Now Hyder XV. He was not in that battle with this huge cavalry force. That could have been one of the reasons why it swung so decisively in their favor. But this is 108 population of heavy cavalry, pure heavy cavalry. So this is pretty intimidating. But let's see if Hyder can make use of it. Now Dominic pulling back to his hill over here. Let's see. But during that, there actually is a morale advantage in terms of number of capture points on the east side. They weren't just idle doing nothing. They actually had... Now they basically... the west team only has 1 point left. So That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 morale damage every 30 seconds. So you can see that this morale advantage that we worked on so hard to gain is gonna, every 30 seconds, it's gonna go down by a lot. So you're gonna see, oh yeah, man, that's going down fast. Now TMP has a lot of mangonels still working on destroying this this point, but No Pants Day has noticed it, and he's going in for the kill. Now these are worth a lot in terms of morale, so let's see if that helps the West team. And every time 2 dies, when you kill 2, you know, it causes some morale damage. So let's see if that works. All right, well, yeah, they gained some morale. In fact, they killed so many that they actually gained 2% morale in that moment. And now he's hunting down a lot of these villagers. These camp followers they're all gonna die. This is gonna be a slaughter. Nice find from No Pants Day. By the way, this is No Pants Day's first game. His very first game. Did TMP just sacrifice them? I think he just suicided them. Okay, we got a little bit of skirmishing going on here. And we notice Hyder is still roving around with his large group of cavalry. He's deciding to keep a large group of cavalry and a lot of medium. His what do you call it? His army composition is pretty good, actually. I know he doesn't have range units, but he can rely on TMP and Highlander Ghost for that, which makes him very useful. With his medium infantry mixed with light infantry and like a serious amount of heavy cavalry. Actually, No Pants Day with his small group of 18 heavy cavalry has been able to to capture these 2 northern points, which is great, which really helps the West team, because we were actually starting to lose a lot of morale from that. So now it's 1, 2, 3, 4 points, and now the East team has fewer capture points. Although he only has 30 heavy cavalry compared to this Hyder's 54. Actually, we have way more because Dominic was able to capture this one as well. All right, Hyder with his 54 cavalry is trying to regain the points on their side. No Pants is kind of just like seeing what he can do. He noticed the general was there. He was thinking about assassinating him with a charge, but then he does pull back. Hyder just has way too many cavalry. He doesn't want to give all of this morale away for free, so he is pulling back. Meanwhile, Dominic still has control of this, so that's good. But now the East team, once again, just from waiting, does have the morale advantage. But here we go. A lot of just swordsmen against heavy cavalry. This heavy cavalry, if they just fought, could have fought all of this and won. He probably just should have stayed, but he missed that opportunity. But we've got a battle going on. I'm attacking from the west, from this side, but they are kind of glitching out over here. I have no clue what's going on. Why my units are being so stupid. But we do notice that there's a lot of Pavis crossbowmen over here. But this group of Hyder's light infantry is going to get wiped out. Meanwhile, we got medium versus medium over here on the eastern crossing. And I am over here on the western crossing, pulling back, because I cannot deal with these Hospitaller Knights. I don't want to give away morale for free. But this is an even exchange, even battle right here. Pretty much the same units fighting against each other because it is a civil war. I decide I need to turn around and fight. I'm not sure this is going to go my way, but I can try. Because I do have a lot of sergeants. But let's see how that goes. We got Dominic coming in here, but he is getting attacked by a lot of archers, and they are actually pouring fire into this area, which is not going to be good for Dominic. Meanwhile, my medium infantry is finally getting supported by some of Dude Bro's heavy cavalry, but TMP runs out of arrows right as when he needs them. Bad timing on him. He finally does buy some arrows. But yeah, you do have to remember to buy arrows. And you can buy those from your supply wagon. This was not a good engagement for the West team. And we were losing a lot of morale from that. Meanwhile, Highlander Ghost with his deployed shield Pavis crossbowmen are making short work. He's moving like a siege tank. He's moving forward and just trying to kill No Pants Day's crossbowmen. This is not a good engagement for the West team. In fact, Dude Bro also is losing some heavy cavalry that was trying to kill. It looks like they killed a lot of longbowmen actually. For the cost of 0 heavy cavalry. So that was really good on Dude Bro's part. But that was definitely not a good engagement for the West team. And now they are down to 16% morale. No Pants Day was not involved in that battle. There are a few... What is over here? Oh! Some irreplaceable Templar Knights have been caught out, which is gonna help the West team hold on. Hold on to our morale. And because, you know, if we get to 0, that's the end of the game. We lose. So we have to try our best to pick up morale anywhere we can. But we're still losing morale. How many points do we have now? Oh my gosh. We only have 2 points. This and this. It is looking bleak for the West team. If you look at the East team, and they've still got a large army, and their large army, about half of it is already in the front lines. They're just calling in some reinforcements over here. Hyder is having a street battle. When you have a street battle like this, it's basically even. Because, you know, unless he decides to turn around and flank across and turn around in some of these streets, that's an even exchange because you can't really get like a surface area advantage when that happens. You've got Hyder XP and a straight Turkopol. Just kind of seeing what they can see. Like, if you can see, like, this 20 vision is providing them a lot of intel on what the West team are up to and where they're mustering and where they're going to come from. So this is very good on Hyder XV's part. You can see the West team, the East team just needs to wait. Let's take a look at it from the East team side. So the East team just needs to wait. All they need to do is just... What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 morale. 4 capture points to the West team's 3. So... And then if they keep getting these good pot shots off from TMP, I mean, we're just gonna lose. And he is getting some good... look at that. The morale is getting really low. It looks like if they just are able to hold... If they're able to hold, then they win. So let's see. Okay, we got a little bit of a... Oh my god! Big mistake from Highlander Ghost. A lot of his Pavis crossbowman reinforcements have provided us some much needed morale boosts because these they're as much as medium infantry, these Pavis crossbowmen. And now with that, we're able to gain some morale. And now you have Hyder XV with his light cavalry trying to find anything that he can to help with this. Let's open up the Fog of War. And now we were at 4% morale. Now we're at 16%. And let's see how this engagement goes. Let's kind of like see the field. Let's we were winning against all of this light cavalry and light infantry over on the west side. Meanwhile, you've got heavy knights fighting light cavalry and winning on this side too, because it's just light infantry. Nothing can beat these heavy cavalry on this side except these spearmen. Meanwhile, here in the river crossing, we've got Dominic with his medium infantry, but he is going to get supported by these knights. And here I am targeting. I know that we can't beat these guys in melee, so I'm trying to target them with my own archers. I'm picking them off one by one. I don't want to fight these guys. The only weakness of these guys, these elite foot knights, is range, and so that's what I'm doing. Plus, I move forward, and a lot of these guys were out of place, out of position. We killed a lot of them, so now our morale is all the way to 38%. East team's morale is down to 64. This is a great battle for the West team. We're just killing a lot. A lot of their units need to pull back. I mean, the spearmen are good against heavy cavalry, but the medium infantry are going to cut them down. They have no choice. So yeah, we're winning this battle quite decisively. And now even these guys, these Pavese crossbowmen, they're not even Genoese crossbowmen, they're Pavese crossbowmen. They're getting cut off, cut down by just one heavy cavalry can do so much. You can see how much damage this one guy is doing, and it's a full rout on the east side. We're back to 61% morale on the West team. Now, if we can only capitalize on this, then we can win the game. Let's see if we can get some points back on the West team. Alright, these guys are too slow. The weakness of these Pavese crossbowmen is their speed. Plus the fact that they have to stop and deploy their shields if they want to be able to block range attacks. Now, these are all light units, and this is a huge mass of medium units. Now, I'm not sure how we lost so much morale instantly. It must be this. Dominic lost all of his heavy cavalry here. He must have charged Hyder XV with the same group of heavy cavalry, just massacring them. Now, this is not good. So now, just like that, the East team has a morale advantage again. Now, if Dude Bro is also kind of pushing a little too far. Alright. Hyder XV with his heavy cavalry trying his best to hold on to this point. No one's really capturing the north or the south. So now, once again, there's going to be a slow morale bleed on the West team's part. Oh no, you got Hyder XV with his huge cavalry charge, trying to charge in. He's got the high ground as well, plus the 15% faster attack speed from Galvan, although Galvan is pulling back. I'm not sure why. Maybe he doesn't want to get sniped by crossbowmen. But this is actually going in the favor of Hyder's heavy cavalry. He's actually coming back to help support. That's probably why he's winning this battle so decisively. How many... Oh my god, I don't even know who's gonna win this. Actually, TMP is coming to help with his own medium infantry. And actually, it's a full wipe. All of my medium infantry that was coming in to help fight has been wiped out. And yeah, at the cost of how many? At the cost of about 13 heavy cavalry, he wiped out my whole medium infantry force. And now they've got the momentum back. Although, dude, Dominic is doing a good job. Let's see if he can snipe some of these heavy cavalry. He can really try. These actually are good armor-piercing, armor-tearing units, so they actually are good against cavalry. And yeah, he's picking them off. Yeah, this is really good. He's actually killing a lot. Keep going, Dominic. You can do it. He actually kills a lot. That actually gains some morale back. Now, Dude Bro is pushing a little far into the territory of the East team. He feels pretty confident that with the support of his Teutonic Knights, his light infantry can beat whatever's in front of him. But I think he's pushing a little far. He's a little too far forward. He's getting a little carried away. Let's see if he pulls back. Yes, he does decide to pull back. There's just too many range units here that can just pick off his knights. That's unfortunate. Yeah! Whoa, that was a big shot. Oh my god. A lot of units dead. Like I said, the weakness of the Teutonic Knight or these elite foot knights are range units. So you really shouldn't be throwing them away like that. Meanwhile, Hyder XV's 54 heavy cavalry has been brought down to 29. Let's look at the gold count. And he's out of gold, so they're kind of hard to replace, to be honest. But he might be able to kill a lot of these woodcutters. No Pants Day. Let's take a look at No Pants Day's ammo. They look at their top right. No Pants Day only has 540 crossbow bolts left and 813 arrows. His wood count is at... Oh, he can buy a lot of ammo if he wanted to. In his supply wagons. But yeah, he wiped out all of those woodcutters over here. And now he's gonna go for mine, I think. What's my... Yeah. Bye-bye woodcutters. And Hyder actually sends some infantry over here as well. And some infantry over here. Some medium infantry sergeants. But these No Pants Day will easily, with 14 heavy cavalry, without even having to charge, be able to just wipe them out. A Hyder just being super annoying with his heavy cavalry. You know, this is a job better suited to light cavalry and medium cavalry. They are faster. These heavy cavalry are only 1.2 speed, which is why, in my opinion, they are more of a main battle unit. If you want to go point capturing, point hunting, or raiding, medium and light cavalry are much faster and much better at doing that job. The only advantage of roaming around with this is who's going to stop you. But the danger is, if horse archers find this, they can actually just harass these to death. Alright, now let's see. We've got some mustering and skirmishing going on here. Let's take a look at it from... let's look at it from Highlander Ghost's point of view. He has only 27 crossbow bolts left. And if he fires, he's gonna run out in one single volley. He's very close to running out of volleys here. 5 volleys left. Well, we've got the beginnings of a big engagement over here. Starting with Dude Bro. He's always the one... Oh no, oh no. These knights, especially when they're grouped up, are very vulnerable to ranged fire. Alright, there it is. He's out of ammo. He's out of ammo. Highlander Ghost is out of ammo just when the battle is getting started. This is an unfortunate timing on his part. He needs to buy ammo right now. So, effectively, a big part of the fight on the East team, they don't have... There he did. He bought ammo. Thank God. But yeah, the fight already started. He could have killed more knights with those volleys. Anyway, this is a big battle over here, shaping up to be... Initially, it looks like it's going in favor of the East team right now. Lots of skirmishing. Ashley decided to buy some cheap Saracen archers to help deal with Tactical Doll TMP's longbowmen. Red's general has fallen. I don't even know where that happened. We've actually got... This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. There's 29 heavy cavalry here, not in the main battle. They're too slow to make it back. Light cavalry and medium cavalry might have been able to make it back in time to help affect the outcome of this battle, but they are not here to help with that. And now the West team is gaining some morale back. But yeah, TMP's longbowmen are getting destroyed by Dominic's longbowmen. And you've got these very slow Pavis crossbowmen have to like stop deploying their shields, which means they are vulnerable to ranged attacks. They can only block one ranged attack when they are not deployed. When their shields are not deployed, they're very vulnerable to ranged attack. Plus, they're very slow, so if their army is melting around them, it's really hard to run away and escape. Now Hyder is finally deciding to help in the battle, but too little too late. That went in the favor of the West team. Okay, the East team is mustering. Let's take a look at the population now. The East team's population is not the best. Hyder is at full pop, but Tactical Doll TMP really needs this time to rebuild his army, and they are ready for reinforcements, and he just called it, and he needs to call them right now, and that's what he's doing. Highlander Ghost also calling in reinforcements, so they're rebuilding their army. Let's see if it's in time. Is it going to be in time to make it to the last battle? Because it looks like the West team is at full population right now, right this very second, and they are poised to attack soon. Meanwhile, the East team's army is out of position, not fully mustered. They're still mustering over here, and if you look, I don't see a lot of medium units. I only see 3 sergeants. This is a weak army on the East team side. It could be their gold count. They are actually very low on gold. It's only Dominic who has a lot of gold. And the West team has many more gold units for this final encounter. So yeah, East team out of position, not enough gold units. Gold units died. Although there are a few... Oh no! Some stray units coming in. They're trying to kill. These could potentially do really well, but there's just not enough of them. So the only big group of gold units is over here, and they're not even in the front. This is not going to go well for the East team if it keeps going like this. This could be the final battle. The West team is at 71% morale. And you got a few stray gold units over here. Plus, unprotected Pavis crossbowmen. Too slow, too slow. They're going to try to run away, but here's a big battle. You got some stray units over here causing a lot of these light infantry to gather around here, which are a perfect target for these Saracen archers to just pour fire into this muster point. This is the final battle, and it looks to be a big one. But you got a lot of Dominic's medium infantry scaring a lot of these units away. There's not really much that can deal with this much medium infantry and this much elite infantry. Oh my god. That's it. Look, 96, 99% morale. East team down to 5% morale. Hyder coming in with his heavy cavalry. He actually could have crashed into that, but he just turned around. That's it. That's it. Now I can see. Because, you know, from the previous video, I was playing first person. And I was wondering why that last and final battle went so decisively in our favor. Now I know why. The units were not fully mustered. You still had the gold units coming in, you know. And Hyder, not wanting to lose all this heavy cavalry, decided to run away instead of charging. He actually could have charged into here. I don't see a lot of... Well, there are spearmen, but they're more in the back lines. Let's see how many spearmen there are, actually. Not a lot. He could have crashed in here, maybe saved himself. I still think that their team would have lost, but he maybe could have bought some time for even Highlander Ghosts heavy cavalry. In this situation, it's kind of like Napoleon calling in the old guard. You just got to send everything in. I mean, your morale is so low. What are you gonna do? You just gotta roll the dice and see what happens. Although, with this many Teutonic Knights, medium sergeants, you know, I don't think there was much else they could do. Plus, you still had crossbowmen fighting. And these Pavis crossbowmen, their shields weren't even deployed, which means, like, arrows still could have, like, destroyed them. Let's take a look at the stats. TMP, a lot of kills from his longbowmen. Me, a lot of kills. I don't know why I had a lot. I guess it was my cavalry. And sergeants slaughtering light infantry. But yeah. That was back and forth. Back and forth. Seesaw effect. I mean, the East team even had the point advantage. With one... Actually, at this point, they didn't. because I captured this with light cavalry. You can see the previous video. I do recommend watching the previous video just so you can see some parts that you might have not noticed, because I just kind of snuck in with these light cavalry to try to help with the morale. But yeah, that was a pretty epic final. Well, there were a lot of epic battles in this one. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you in the next video.